The first topic I'm going to talk about is that a new Transformers 1 trailer came out. Now, I didn't hate the first trailer. I didn't love the first trailer either. There was some things that I liked about the first trailer and some concerns I had when it came to at least the humor side. I felt like this was a much stronger trailer. I felt like this trailer really got more into the story. The jokes landed for me better in this trailer. And I really love the idea in this story that looks like this is going to be the main focus of the movie is the idea of the movie being about Optimus and Megatron and how they become enemies. And the idea of like showing Optimus how he becomes this great leader. Like I think the idea of having Megatron and Optimus start as friends and comrades and you see Megatron's downfall, I think this could be a really compelling story. So I thought this was a much stronger trailer story wise, showing more of the story, and this trailer got me really excited for this movie now. Like I said, I didn't hate the first trailer. I didn't love the first trailer. I was excited based on the concept of the movie, but I feel like this was just a much stronger trailer when it comes to getting into the story, and has me really interested to see this movie. So overall, I thought this was a great second trailer and a much stronger trailer than the first trailer, in my opinion. The next topic I want to talk about is a new Joker trailer came out. I thought this was a great trailer. I love the first trailer for the Joker sequel. And I'm really excited for Joker 2. I know it has a title to the movie, but I'm not even going to try to pronounce the title of the movie. But I thought this was a great trailer like the first one. Like the musical elements has me really excited how they're going to like incorporate that. And Lady Gaga, I think she just looks like she's going to be a great Harley Quinn. Like different, very different version of Harley Quinn, what they're going for, at least from what I can tell from the trailers. And I just overall just looks like it keeps the same tone as the first one. And I know Joaquin Phoenix said like he would only do a Joker sequel unless it was a risky movie, like they were taking a risk and doing something really different. So that has me, that has me excited with the fact that it sounds like he would only do this unless they have a really cool risky idea. And just overall, I think this is a fantastic trailer when it comes to some of the music elements we're seeing and the overall look of the movie. The tone of the movie feels like it fits right in with the tone of the first movie. And just, the idea of Arthur being kind of like a symbol in this movie, I think is really interesting. So overall, I thought this was a great trailer, another great trailer for the Joker sequel, and I cannot wait for Joker 2. It's one of the most highly anticipated movies of the year. And I think that movie's, if it ends up being really good, I definitely see that movie doing really well like the first one did. The next topic I want to talk about is so the Spawn reboot of Tom Fallen, as talked about for years, finally has an official working title and the script is completed. And it's great to hear this because I've been really excited for this Spawn reboot movie. The only thing I was worried about was that he wasn't gonna like he wanted to direct white it. And no offense to Tom Fallen, I'm glad like he realized that they need to get some real white and like real director because Tom Fallen like when he's a good writer when it comes to comics, drawing all that, but that's not the same thing as directing a movie and writing a script for a movie. So I'm glad he realized that. And it's great to hear that the script is finally done, and the official working title for the movie is King Spawn, which I love that title. And I really hope with this new Spawn movie, because I know he said they're going all rated, and they're going to go darker. I'm so glad to hear that, because the original Spawn movie I thought was ass. That was just one of the worst comic book movies ever. I feel like they just didn't, like, they missed the to take the care of in that movie, and they kind of try to go for, it was PG-13, and they try to go for more of a superhero route. And personally for me, like, the HBO anime series, the last 3 seasons, that to me is what I want to see in a Spawn movie. All weighted, dark, violent. That to me is a Spawn character. So it's great to hear that they finally got the script done and they actually have a working title now. I know Jamie Foxx was attached to play Spawn. I don't know if he's still attached to the movie at this point. But it's exciting to hear that they finally have a script done. So hopefully the movie happens and hopefully as a Spawn fan we actually get like a great Spawn movie this time when they get a director to actually direct it and they get started on the movie. But it's great to hear that they at least have a script done and a working title for the movie. The next topic I want to talk about is so Kevin Feige was saying that there was no immediate plans for Eternals still, which is disappointing here because I know that movie was the first Rotten movie on Rotten Tomatoes with a score. I think it has a 40 something percent on Rotten Tomatoes and has like a 77% audience. The audience seemed to enjoy it more than the critics. But it sucks again because, oh man, I did love the first Eternals movie. It's not perfect. The two biggest issues I kind of have with that movie is that the villain was forgettable, and I do think the fact that that movie had 10 lead characters, because it was 10 Eternals, I do think that movie just had too many characters. Because the movie is like over 2.5 hours, I believe, but it's just that movie had like I said, 10 lead characters. I do think it suffered with the fact that it just had too many characters, too many lead characters for a movie. Because even when you go you go to the first Avengers movies, they had 5 movies with those characters. Not with all those characters, but you had a Thor, Hulk, Iron Man. You had some movies before at least 4 of those Avengers, and you had Black Widow as a character in Iron Man 2, and you had Hawkeye like a cameo in the first Thor. Like they were, you had like 6 characters at mass there. Plus, with the movies, you built up those characters. With Eternals, it was Eternals they aren't very popular characters. And like I said, I think that movie suffered with the fact that it just had, I think 10 lead characters was just too many characters for one movie. And like I said, it had a forgettable villain in the movie. But I thought the Eternals was great. I felt like it was something different. And like I said, it's not a perfect movie, but I would have really loved to have seen where they would have gone in the sequel. Now, I do think you'll see the characters. Like Ken Feige pretty much already confirmed that in the Captain America trailer. When you see Captain America flying around in the ocean, that's the giant Eternal that was turned to stone in the Eternals movies that's in the ocean. So obviously, I do think you're going to see them call back to the connections to that movie, and I do think you're going to see these characters again in other movies. And this doesn't sound like the San Antonio's 2 is like completely dead, but considering the fact that Antonio's made 402 on a 236 buzzer, plus the marking you had on that buzzer, the movie really didn't do that well. And it wasn't, and critics tore that movie apart. It has, like I said, a 40 something percent on Rotten Tomatoes, so critics didn't really, they weren't too kind to that movie. So I can understand why I don't have any immediate plans to do a sequel, like a tonal solo movie again with these characters. Again, I do think you will see these characters in other movies. So, like, I don't think you're not ever going to see these characters again. I do think that cliffhanger at the end of the tunnel, so I hope they go back to when you see the gigantic tunnel come to Earth, take some of the tunnel characters and judge them. I do hope they don't leave that cliffhanger open, and I do hope we see them go back to that cliffhanger and close that off, which I do think they will. But it sucks to hear this because, like I said, I do love the first Eternals movie. I would like to have seen, especially that cliffhanger end, like I said, where you see the gigantic Eternal Judge show up on the planet. And he takes some of the Eternals. I do want to see that cliffhanger closed off. And I would love to see that in an Eternals movie. But I totally understand based on the budget for Eternals, based on how it was received. I don't think like them saying they don't have any immediate plans doesn't mean that Eternals 2 is completely dead, but I honestly don't think you're going to see an Eternals sequel ever. I think they're going to have them be characters in other people's movies instead of having their own movie again. The next topic is so first look at Galactus was revealed during the San Diego Comic Con. You can find it online. But the reason I wanted to talk about this is because it looks like the reveal they showed is him looking like from the comics with the gigantic helmet with the 2 side things, pointing up. And the reason I want to talk about this is because when I saw the video online, I was like, I love the fact that it looks like they're actually going with the glasses that looks like from the comics. One of the issues I had with the Fantastic Four, why is the Silver Surfer movie done by Fox, was they made him a cloud in that movie. I was like, this character is like a god level character. He's a gigantic character. He's a character that eats planets. And I always hated the fact he got how the Fox version of Glasses turned him into a cloud. Yeah, like you saw like some shots in a cloud in that movie where you see a shape of what Glasses looks like from the comics. But that was one of the things I always hated about that. Like it reminded me of like what Fox did to Deadpool and X-Men Origins Wolverine when they sewed up his mouth and gave him muscle mutant powers. Like, I was like, the Galactus they had in the Fantastic Four so far, I just hated what they did to that character. So I'm happy that it looks like from this video that Marvel is the MCU's interpretation of Glass is gonna look like how he does in the comics. So it's just great to see that. The next topic I want to talk about is so Matt Reeves has revealed what he's gonna call his Batman universe. It's called the Epic Crime Saga, which I actually do like that because I know he said that he planned a Batman trilogy, and you have the Penguin show coming out, which is taking place after the Batman and leads into Batman 2. That this whole trilogy was really focused on the crime element, which I love that because I love the Batman. I love the fact of this being like a really like a specifically focused on the crime element of Gotham, and that being what the main focus of what this trilogy is. This also makes me think that look, they're gonna do. He's gonna get to do his 3 Batman movies. I don't think. I know some people think James Gunn is like gonna like can those movies. I just don't. I never felt that because I. It makes no sense to do that when the Batman made over 700, made 77. It made a lot of money. The Batman and was very well received. And I think the Penguin show looks great too. So I don't. I never really understood that idea. And also, the Batman movie isn't James gonna make it clear that that and the Joker movie are Elseworld movies, and I think you can do that. I think you can make these Elseworlds movies like the Batman and the Joker sequel, and still have your DC universe too. But I do love the title, Epic Crime Saga. I think that's a great title for Matt Reeves' Batman universe, and this definitely makes me even more believe that he's gonna get to do his Batman trilogy. So that's all the movie topics today. Until next time, movie fans.